everyone. My name is Reetika Pahuja, pursuing MCA from Thapar University. I have just done my training as Associate Product Support Specialist, edifecs Technology. The topic for my project is transaction processing using edifecs trading platform. Now, I'm going to talk about my company, edifecs. edifecs was founded in 1996 by CEO Gurpreet Singh. It is a leading healthcare company in US healthcare which work as an intermediate between payer and pay. It has a mission to improve healthcare outcomes, reduce costs, and accelerate innovation. Now, coming to my project includes a simple transaction life cycle based on claims and payments, and these claims and payments were handled between member, provider, and payer, and edifecs handle their transactions by working as an intermediary between it. So I'm going to talk about what are member, payer, provider in US healthcare. Member is a person who enrolled for some insurance and he visits provider, pay provider. Provider act as a doctor, hospital, or clinic, and what actually provider does, it checks the eligibility for the member, that is the particular member is eligible for insurance or not, and a particular code is assigned provider by CMS also. What other thing that provider do is it create claims against the treatment provided by the provider to member, verify claim and release. Now comes to the payer. Payer act as an insurance company. Payer actually validate the claim that is provided by the provider to the payer and check is the claim a paid one. So on the basis of that, it approve, reject the claims. Now, as you can see on the screen, my screen shows two use cases in which the whole scenario of the member, payer, and provider explained. What actually happens? Member visits the provider for the treatment. Now, provider first step check the eligibility, that is the member eligible or not, as its providers send 270 requests to the payer. The payer respond back to the provider about its eligibility with the 271 transaction. After providing the treatment to the member, the provider get, gets its claim from the payer, and the provider send the claim to the payer in the form of 837 transaction. Now the payer send its acknowledgement. An acknowledgement can be TA1 also, and it can also be 999 also. TA1 acknowledgement is checked at the interchange level, and 999 acknowledgement is checked at the functional level. Now the payer acknowledges regarding the claim. Now the provider wants to check that what's the status of the claim. Check the status of the claim, it sends to the payer with the transaction type 276. Now the payer respond back to the status inquiry, the transaction 277. Now, if the member is the right one and is eligible and for the claim, then the payer provides the payment to the provider for the treatment provided by him to the member. Now coming to the scope of my project. The smart trading products are not only limited to the smart trading solutions, the edifecs solutions can also come in financial, administrative, clinical sources, government systems, enterprise systems, and clinical systems also. Now, I'm going to tell about the architecture of my project. Actually, what happens, the transactions can be real time or it can be in the batch. The provider submits the transactions at the payer side. The payer, in order to check the claims, sent its transactions to the X engine, check about the educated claims. Then the results are decided on the basis of the split rule that is applied in the X engine server to check about the claims. Are the claims bad one or the good one? Then according to that, the results are displayed on the TM. TM shows all transaction processes and work as a UI to display the claims for the user. You can see that TPM is the infrastructure behind TM, which maintains trading partner profiles and establish trading partner relationship with the client. I'm going to tell about the techniques and tools that we use in our project. We used Java language, Oracle, Apache ActiveMQ, Apache Tomcat, and SQL Server for the database. Now, what actually edifecs trading platform does? What its products include? edifecs has includes three products: Spec Builder, X Engine Server, and Transaction Management. So what happens? Spec Builder acts as a design for the validation process, and Map Builder is used for the conversion from one guideline to another guideline. A guideline can be an X12 one, it can be DFF one. Map Builder is used for the conversion purpose. So guideline, it can be customized one also, and it is saved with an extension .ecs. When data is validated against the guidelines, some errors are reported in the data errors pane. So to ignore those errors, a ESF file, that is error severity files, are generated. So these .ecs files, .esf files, and map files, whose extension is .ems files, they're sent to the Xengine server for validation and translation, as Xengine is a runtime tool where actual transactions are transmitted by the provider at the payer side. Now, to view the transactions or claims on the screen, TM comes, that is transaction management. As already told the previous slide, it's a UI where you can see trading partners, its relationships and agreements. So now you can see the UI for Spec Builder, where left hand side a guideline is loaded and right hand side in the analyzer tab you can see the data file, and when it is validated and errors are reported. So these all are integrated in a common screen. The next is a interface for the X engine. It's the UI where we can split the data with this software. Whatever I'm going to tell about my professional technical learning, this project. My professional learning is that I am indulged doing my work as a team, and I'm just focused about how to manage the time, and I'm also practice to handle the pressure also. The technical learning I came to know about is that actually know about what Apache Tomcat does, what ActiveMQ does, understanding of EDI and products of EDI. So I'm going to tell about the flow guideline, how my guideline processes, how the transaction processes are displayed on the TM. First of all, when a guideline is actually processed in Spec Builder, after Spec Builder, when I want to do some conversion, I make use of Map Builder. Map Builder here, the translator to translate or convert one guideline version to another guideline. Therefore comes the X engine. X engine is a runtime tool used for validation. After X engine does its validation, it is displayed on EAM, that is the UI, which helps the client or user do the validation processes or split the files according to his requirement. The final result is displayed on TM. So this is the UI of TM. You can see the agreements that are displayed with respect to the relationship made with the partner. So here are the highlights of my project, that is smart trading, product line, customer handling skills, presentation skills, US healthcare and time management. This project semester helped us to understand how things work in an IT company, got exposure for IT industry. We have also applied knowledge what we have learned so far, and the faculty visits also helped us to evaluate ourselves and our work. They checked that how we are doing and showed us the path to improve. Thank you so much for your time.